May not know his name, but have heard the music that he now leaves behind. He was 61 years old. He's credited with recording thousands of songs. Raised in Montana,
who had this sort of sensory experience of the world that was abnormal.
Yes, almost surprised as a track on In Utero.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Welcome back to the Immortal News family, where we bring you the latest updates on the passing of some truly remarkable individuals in the last 24 hours. If this video touches your heart or the stories of these extraordinary people have moved you, please show your respect and remembrance by giving this video a thumbs up. Thank you for joining us in this moment of reflection and tribute.
Number 10.
Steve Albini, the legendary recording engineer and musician known for his work with Nirvana and the Pixies, passed away at the age of 61 due to a heart attack. Renowned for his uncompromising approach to music production, he was a passionate advocate for capturing the authentic sound of musicians in the recording studio. His career spanned over 4 decades, during which he worked on more than 2,000 albums, including Nirvana's In Utero and the Pixies' Surfer Rosa. Despite his disdain for the term producer, Albini preferred to be called an engineer, focusing on delivering honest, raw recordings that reflected the true essence of the artists. He was also known for his own music projects, including Big Black and Shellac, which showcased his aggressive, unfiltered musical style. His impact on the music industry was profound, not only due to his engineering skills but also for his principled stance against exploitative practices in the music business. He was fiercely committed to ensuring fair treatment for artists, often refusing traditional producer royalties and prioritizing transparency in his work. His unwavering dedication to authentic sound earned him admiration from musicians and peers alike. Kurt Cobain, frontman of Nirvana, chose Albini to work on In Utero because he appreciated his approach to capturing the natural ambience of a room via the placement of microphones. His work on the album helped solidify his reputation as a master of capturing raw, live performances. Shellac was set to release their first album in a decade, To All Trains, shortly after Albini's death, highlighting his continued passion for music until his final days. Tributes poured in from the music community following Albini's passing. Billy Corgan of the Smashing Pumpkins remarked, "Steve was a trailblazer who redefined what it meant to record music with honesty and integrity." Dave Grohl, former Nirvana drummer and Foo Fighters frontman, said, "Steve's relentless pursuit of truth in music inspired countless bands to embrace their sound without compromise." Steve Albini will be remembered as a relentless purist and a powerful voice for artistic freedom, leaving behind a legacy that will continue to inspire musicians for generations. Tributes to Steve Albini. Number 9. Pete McCloskey, a former South Bay congressman, decorated combat veteran and environmental leader, passed away at the age of 96 due to congestive heart failure. Known for his unwavering principles and fearless dedication to public service, McCloskey left a remarkable legacy. Born Paul N. McCloskey on September 29, 1927, in Loma Linda, California, he served as a Marine Corps Rifle Platoon commander during the Korean War, earning the Navy Cross, Silver Star, and 2 Purple Hearts. After his military service, he became a lawyer and ventured into politics. In 1967, he won a seat in Congress, beating Shirley Temple Black in a surprising victory. As a liberal Republican, he quickly became a vocal opponent of the Vietnam War and was the first House Republican to call for Richard Nixon's resignation during the Watergate scandal. Vice President Spiro Agnew called him a Benedict Arnold, but he remained steadfast in his convictions. He co-founded Earth Day in 1970 with Senator Gaylord Nelson and played a pivotal role in passing landmark environmental legislation, including the Endangered Species Act. He remained committed to conservation throughout his life, advocating for public access to Martins Beach in San Mateo County and fighting against powerful interests. He was also a fierce advocate for civil rights, supporting the repeal of the Gulf of Tonkin Resolution and working tirelessly for disengagement from the Vietnam War. In 1971, he called for Nixon's impeachment over the conduct of the war. Despite his controversial positions, he was admired for his integrity and courage. He remained active in politics, practicing law, and even attempting a return to Congress in 2006. He eventually switched parties and became a Democrat in 2007. McCloskey is survived by his wife of 42 years, Helen Hooper, and his 4 children from his first marriage, Nancy, Peter, John, and Kathleen McCloskey. He leaves behind many grandchildren and great-grandchildren. Tributes to Pete McCloskey. Number 8. Manka KOSIER, the Slovenian journalist, philologist, politician, and actress, passed away at the age of 76. Renowned for her trailblazing work in journalism and her dedication to public service, she left an everlasting mark on countless lives. Born on March 5, 1948, she began her career as an actress, starring in films like The Birch Tree and Fairy Tale in the Attic. However, she soon found her true calling in journalism. She pursued studies in journalism at the School of Sociology, Political Science and Journalism in Ljubljana, ultimately earning a doctorate in philology. As a professor of journalism at the University of Ljubljana, she became the chair of the journalism department and guided many students in their careers. Her journalistic contributions spanned the spectrum of Slovenian media, with regular publications in Mladina, Weekly Tribune, Telex, and other Yugoslav outlets. Her work on the editorial board of New Review cemented her influence in Slovenian media. In addition to her journalism, she was an author of several popular science works, epistolary books, and textbooks. Her insightful interviews with prominent figures like Vitomil Zupan and Marjan Rojans revealed a unique ability to bring out the profound in every conversation. In 2011, she co-founded the Movement for Sustainable Development of Slovenia, serving as its first president and tirelessly advocating for a world in harmony with nature, justice, and love. Her love for humanity also shone through her volunteer work as a hospice ambassador, offering comfort and care to the dying. Following her cancer diagnosis in 2019, she embraced her illness with grace, often sharing her wisdom through books like Gifts of Passing and Addresses of Silence. Her daughter, Tina KOSIER, wrote, "She bathed in our love until her last breath, reflecting her unwavering spirit and enduring love for life. Her legacy is beautifully encapsulated in her final wish, for people to dress in white at her funeral, symbolizing a celebration of the passage into light. Her life's work united people in a shared pursuit of love, poetry, and compassion. As her friend and writer Dusan Sharatar said, 'In the end, you became, dear Manka, a great poet.'" Tributes to Manka KOSIER. Number 7. Ignatius JONES, the Filipino-born Australian events director and former frontman of the shock rock band Jimmy and the Boys, passed away at the age of 66 after a short illness at his home in the Philippines. Jones was renowned for his pioneering contributions to the Australian music scene and later gained recognition as a leading events director. Born Juan Ignacio Trapaga in Manila in 1957, he moved to Sydney with his family in 1963. He embarked on his artistic journey as the lead vocalist and contortionist for Jimmy and the Boys, a band famous for their provocative performances. Alongside Joylene Thornbird Hairmouth, he captivated audiences with his stage persona and the band's shock theatrics. In 1981, they scored their biggest hit with "They Won't Let My Girlfriend Talk to Me," a song penned by Tim Finn. After the band's disbandment in 1982, he pursued a solo career before joining Pardon Me Boys, a swing jazz cabaret band, with his sister Monica Trapaga and Hairmouth. He later co-wrote True Hip and its sequel, the 1992 True Hip Manual. Jones also appeared in several films including Strictly Ballroom and Pandemonium. Transitioning from music to events direction, Jones made a lasting impact on the world stage. He co-directed the Sydney 2000 Olympics opening and closing ceremonies with David Atkins, and was instrumental in shaping the creative vision for major events like the Doha 2006 Asian Games, the Shanghai 2010 World Expo opening ceremony, and the Vancouver 2010 Olympic Winter Games ceremonies. From 2011 to 2019, he served as the creative director of Vivid Sydney, further cementing his reputation as a visionary events director. He was honored with a Lifetime Achievement Award at the Australian Event Awards in 2017 and appointed Member of the Order of Australia in 2019 for his significant contributions to the entertainment industry. His sister Monica Trapaga remembered him as a trailblazer who never shied away from pushing boundaries, while fellow musician David Atkins described him as a creative genius who changed the landscape of Australian entertainment. Ignatius Jones will be remembered for his everlasting mark on music, events, and entertainment, leaving a legacy that will inspire future generations of artists and directors. Tributes to Ignatius Jones. Number 6. Judy Devlin HASHMAN, the legendary badminton player known for winning more international titles than any other player of her era, passed away at the age of 88 in Oxford. With an incredible career marked by unmatched achievements, she left an everlasting legacy in the world of badminton. Devlin HASHMAN was born on October 22, 1935, and started playing badminton at the age of 7 under the guidance of her father, Frank Devlin, in Baltimore, Maryland. Her game was characterized by power, precision, and consistency. She dominated the sport during her career, winning an astounding 86 national and international titles. Among them, she won 17 titles at the prestigious All England Badminton Championships, 10 of which were in women's singles and 7 in women's doubles. Her influence extended across the globe as she amassed 31 titles in the USA, 8 in Germany, 7 in Canada, 4 in the Netherlands, 4 in Sweden, and many more. She represented the U.S. Uber Cup team that won 3 consecutive world championships in 1957, 1960, and 1963. After marrying Dick HASHMAN in 1960 and becoming a British citizen, she continued her winning streak, securing 2 titles at the European Badminton Championships in 1972. Devlin HASHMAN retired in 1973 and was inducted into the Badminton Hall of Fame in 1997 alongside her father. She was also recognized in the U.S. Badminton Hall of Fame and the International Women's Sports Hall of Fame. Her impact on badminton was immense, and she remains the most successful female player in All England Championships history. Her achievements earned her a place as a castaway on the BBC radio program Desert Island Discs in 1970. Fellow players and fans praised her dedication and sportsmanship, with one contemporary saying, "Judy was not just a champion on the court, but also a gracious and kind person who inspired generations of players." Judy Devlin HASHMAN will be remembered as a trailblazer in badminton, setting a standard for excellence that few have matched. Her remarkable legacy will continue to inspire future athletes. Tributes to Judy Devlin HASHMAN. Number 5. Joe COLLIER, a renowned American football coach known for his role as head coach of the Buffalo Bills and defensive coordinator of the Denver Broncos, passed away at the age of 91 in Colorado. He died due to natural causes, leaving behind a legacy that has inspired countless players and coaches. Born on June 7, 1932, in Rock Island, Illinois, he played college football at Northwestern University, where he earned first-team All-American honors in 1952 and 1953. He was drafted by the New York Giants in 1954 but chose to begin his coaching career instead, starting as an assistant at Western Illinois University. In 1962, COLLIER joined the Buffalo Bills as a defensive coach and quickly rose to head coach by 1966. His innovative defensive strategies helped lead the Bills to the Eastern Division title in his first season. After being dismissed from the Bills in 1968, he joined the Denver Broncos in 1969 and revolutionized the team's defense, developing the famous Orange Crush defense. His work there earned the Broncos 3 Super Bowl appearances and solidified his reputation as one of the greatest defensive coordinators in NFL history. COLLIER later served as defensive coordinator for the New England Patriots. where he improved their defense significantly during his tenure from 1991 to 1992. Throughout his career, his coaching excellence touched the lives of many. Denver Broncos coach Mike Shanahan once said, "Joe had an uncanny ability to devise defenses that made life difficult for opponents. His strategic mindset was unmatched." He was married to Shirley Ann Kettlar from 1957 until her passing in 2006. He had 3 children, Joel, Julie, and Lisa, and lived with longtime partner Sue Henry. His son Joel followed in his father's footsteps, becoming an NFL coach and executive. Joe Collier will be remembered for his remarkable contributions to football, his innovative defensive schemes, and his unwavering dedication to the game. He was a visionary leader whose impact on the sport will never be forgotten. Tributes to Joe Collier. Number 4. Judith G Garber, an esteemed American diplomat who served as the U.S. ambassador to Cyprus from 2019 to 2022, passed away at the age of 62. The cause of her passing has not been disclosed. Throughout her distinguished career, she made significant contributions to international diplomacy, leaving behind a legacy marked by her dedication and deep understanding of global issues. Born on September 27, 1961, she was a career Foreign Service officer who began her journey with the U.S. Department of State in 1984. Over the years, she held various significant roles, including ambassador to Latvia from 2009 to 2012, where her diplomatic skills helped foster strong ties between the U.S. and Latvia. She also served as the acting assistant secretary for Oceans, Environment, and Science, tackling critical global challenges with steadfast determination. She was nominated by President Donald Trump in 2018 to represent the U.S. as ambassador to Cyprus, a role in which she worked tirelessly to advance American interests and promote cooperation between the two nations. Her expertise in international relations and economics, coupled with her proficiency in multiple languages, made her a highly respected figure in diplomatic circles. Throughout her career, Garber earned admiration from colleagues and leaders alike. One peer described her as an exemplary diplomat who skillfully navigated complex international issues with grace, empathy, and unwavering commitment. A graduate of Georgetown University's Edmund A. Walsh School of Foreign Service, Garber held a bachelor's degree in international economics. She spoke several languages, including Spanish, Hebrew, Czech, and Latvian, which enabled her to connect deeply with the cultures and people she served. Garber was married and had 2 children. Her legacy will continue to inspire future diplomats, and her contributions to international diplomacy will not be forgotten. Tributes to Judith G. Garber. Number 3. Viv Busby, a former English professional footballer and manager, passed away at the age of 74. He was best known for his football career that saw him play for various teams, including Luton Town, Fulham, Norwich City, and Stoke City. He was admired not just for his skill on the field, but also for his enduring passion for the game, which he later shared through coaching and management. Born on June 19, 1949, in Slough, Buckinghamshire, he began his football journey with Wycombe Wanderers in 1966. He later moved to Luton Town, where his talent flourished, scoring crucial goals and helping the club earn promotion. His career further blossomed at Fulham, where his prolific scoring helped them reach the FA Cup final in 1975. His success continued at Norwich City and Stoke City, where he became known for his perseverance and dedication. After hanging up his boots, he transitioned into coaching and management, serving as Sunderland AFC's first-team coach and later managing Hartlepool United. He also worked as a youth team coach for several clubs and was deeply committed to nurturing the next generation of players. Many who worked with him admired his passion, knowledge, and positive impact on young talents. Busby was the older brother of former Queen's Park Rangers player Martin Busby. In his later years, he emigrated to Spain after contributing to football for over 4 decades. Tributes poured in for Busby, celebrating his legacy as both a player and coach. He will be remembered not just for his achievements, but also for his unwavering love of the game. Tributes to Viv Busby.
Number 2.
Paul Holmes, an English professional footballer known for his skill as a right back, passed away on May 8, 2024, at the age of 56. He battled cancer since his diagnosis in 2023 and passed away peacefully, leaving behind his wife, Kate. He made over 400 appearances in the Football League and Premier League, playing for teams including Doncaster Rovers, Torquay United, Birmingham City, Everton, and West Bromwich Albion. Born on February 18, 1968, Paul Holmes was deeply rooted in the football world. His father, Albert Holmes, was a well-known player for Chesterfield. Paul Holmes started his career with Doncaster Rovers and went on to establish himself at Torquay United and Birmingham City. In 1993, he joined Everton, where he made a memorable contribution to the club, especially during a 2-0 Merseyside derby victory over Liverpool. His final appearance for the club came against Feyenoord in the European Cup Winners' Cup. Holmes then moved to West Bromwich Albion in 1996 and played until 1999 before returning to Torquay United, where he wrapped up his career in 2003. Tributes poured in following the news of his passing. Fans expressed their sorrow, with one writing, "R.I.P. Paul, deepest sympathy to your family and friends." A former Everton teammate, Ian Snowden, reflected on the loss, stating, "I am deeply shocked by his passing. He was a fine player and a lovely guy to share a dressing room with. He got on well with all the lads and was unfortunate not to play more games." Everton Football Club issued a heartfelt statement. "Everyone at Everton Football Club is deeply saddened by the death of our former defender Paul Holmes. Paul was just 56 years of age and passed away after a brave battle with cancer. R.I.P. Paul." Paul Holmes will be remembered for his commitment to the game and the sportsmanship he brought to every club he played for. Tributes to Paul Holmes. What's trending on the internet? News 1. Social media sensation Sophie Hinchliff, widely known as Mrs. Hinch, shared the heartbreaking news of her father's passing on April 25th. In a deeply emotional Instagram post, the 34-year-old influencer expressed her grief and love, revealing that her father passed away suddenly but so peacefully in his sleep. "Our whole world has been turned upside down," she wrote, conveying an unimaginable pain that words cannot capture. She promised to continue his dreams and keep his cherished workshop alive. "Until we meet and sing together again," she concluded, bidding farewell to "my absolute king." Accompanying her post were a series of touching photographs, capturing heartfelt moments from her childhood, her wedding, and her father's affectionate role as a grandfather to her sons, Lenny and Ronnie. Fans and celebrities alike responded with an outpouring of support, offering condolences and strength during this difficult time. Sophie had previously taken a break from social media when her father was hospitalized, sharing that he had struggled with health issues but was in good hands. His legacy lives on in his family, who will forever cherish his love and memory. News 2. Lizzie A Voom, beloved Nigerian actress known for her iconic role as Ovularia on New Masquerade, has passed away at the age of 81. She died on May 5th, leaving behind a legacy of excellence in the entertainment industry. Born on December 1, 1942, in Calabar, Evweme became a household name on Nigerian television during the 1980s and early 1990s. She portrayed Ovularia, the supportive and ever-obedient wife of Chief Zebediah Okoroigwe Nwogbo, on the popular show New Masquerade, gaining admiration for her sharp wit and memorable performances. Despite her on-screen persona as a compliant wife, her character was a clever, astute trader who brought humor and warmth to the series. Evweme, whose full name was Elizabeth, left the television scene after the show's conclusion, but was recognized in 2020 for her pioneering contributions to the Nigerian entertainment industry. In 2019, she was mistakenly rumored to have died, but refuted these claims. Her passing this May leaves a gap in the world of Nigerian entertainment, yet her legacy endures through her unforgettable portrayal of Ovularia. News 3. Sha Vater, a talented dancer and choreographer from Baton Rouge, passed away on May 3rd at the age of 31. Vater made a name for himself on the international stage, performing with high-profile artists like Christina Aguilera and Demi Lovato, and appearing on TV shows like American Idol and Netflix's Eurovision Song Contest, The Story of Fire Saga. A St. Michael the Archbishop High School graduate, Vater pursued a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Dance at the University of Arizona, where he graduated summa cum laude and won the prestigious Triple Threat Award. His accomplishments include performing at the Billboard Music Awards, working on Sam Smith's I'm Ready music video, and dancing with the Radio City Rockettes' Christmas Spectacular. In addition to his on-screen credits, Vater taught at the Millennium Dance Complex in Los Angeles, where he was a beloved instructor. "He was such a light, always smiling," said Jin Lee, the studio's director of operations. A celebration of life will be held on Friday at Rest Haven Funeral Home in Baton Rouge. His family has requested that attendees wear their favorite colors to honor his vibrant spirit. They have also established a dance scholarship in his name at the University of Arizona School of Dance. News 4. Susan Buckner, the actress who portrayed Patty Simcox in the iconic Grease movie, died peacefully in Miami at the age of 72. Her family and fans are remembering her for her kindness, generosity, and unwavering positivity. Buckner, crowned Miss Washington in 1971, went on to play the spirited Rydell High cheerleader Patty Simcox in the beloved 1978 musical film. Despite being the target of jokes from the Pink Ladies and T-Birds, she won hearts with her infectious energy and loyalty to school spirit. After Grease, she appeared in TV shows like The Love Boat and the Hardy Boys' Nancy Drew Mysteries. She also worked in Wes Craven's 1981 horror film Deadly Blessing and the Police Academy series. In her later years, Buckner left Hollywood to focus on family, teaching, and directing children's theater. Her family and fans honor her unwavering spirit, creativity, and love for life. Buckner is survived by her children, grandchildren, and her longtime partner Al. Her legacy will live on in the hearts of her loved ones and generations of fans. News 5. Renowned aviator Dick Routan, who made history in 1986 by leading the first non-stop, unrefueled flight around the world, passed away at the age of 85 in Idaho. His groundbreaking 9-day journey in the innovative Voyager aircraft, designed by his brother Bert, marked a significant aviation milestone that mirrored the pioneering spirit of early flight. Born with a passion for flying, Routan earned his pilot's license on his 16th birthday. He served as a decorated combat pilot in the Vietnam War before embarking on his ultimate adventure, a round-the-world flight in a lightweight aircraft built primarily of carbon fiber composites. This bold journey redefined aviation, highlighting the potential of new materials that would influence future aircraft designs. Despite the challenges of turbulence, fatigue, and strained relationships during the flight, Routan persevered, ultimately achieving a triumphant return welcomed by thousands. His legacy lives on in the Smithsonian's National Air and Space Museum, where the Voyager rests alongside aviation legends like Lindbergh and the Wright brothers. Dick Routan's life epitomized courage and determination, leaving an everlasting mark on aviation history and inspiring future generations of pioneers. He will be remembered as a hero who soared to extraordinary heights with unwavering ambition. News 6. A security guard at the Toronto mansion of hip-hop artist Drake was seriously injured during a shooting early Tuesday morning. Despite the severity of his injuries, medical personnel have confirmed that the victim is in stable condition and is expected to make a full recovery. Authorities are actively investigating the incident, carefully examining surveillance footage to identify any leads. Police spokesperson Paul Krawczyk emphasized that it's too early to determine a motive, but assured the public that investigators are dedicated to finding those responsible. The assailant fled the scene in a vehicle shortly after the attack. Amid speculation about a potential connection to a recent musical rivalry between Drake and Kendrick Lamar, Krawczyk clarified that there is currently no direct evidence linking the shooting to the artist's public feud. Despite the concerning event, the community remains resilient. Local businesses, such as the Chinese restaurant New Ho King, have experienced a surge in support after being mentioned positively in a recent track. The restaurant, which has served Toronto since the 1970s, exemplifies the city's strong spirit and unity. Number 1. Evald Avik, a renowned Estonian actor known for his theater and film roles, passed away at the age of 83. His career spanned decades, touching lives through his work in the Vanemuise, Ugala, Norsuteater, and Tartu US theaters. Born on January 24, 1941, in Kuressaare, Avik initially studied violin at Tartu Music School before joining the military orchestra during his service. He then pursued acting and graduated in 1965 from the Vanemuise Theater's Stage Art Studio. His performances at Vanemuise left an everlasting mark over nearly 20 years. His notable roles there included Oberon in A Midsummer Night's Dream and August Milas in Life at the Citadel. His talent and dedication led him to the Ugala Theater, where he portrayed characters like Brabantio in Othello and Vadier in The Guillotine for Danton. He continued his career at the Estonian Youth Theater and served as the economic manager of Vanemuise's employer housing. His passion for the craft endured, and since 2008, he performed in Tartu New Theater productions. In film, he brought characters to life with depth and sincerity, such as Lieutenant Ava in Inimesed Sodurisenelis and Jakub in Georgica, a role that won him Best Actor awards at international film festivals. He was honored as Meritorious Artist of the Estonian SSR and received the Estonian Cultural Capital's Lifetime Achievement Award for Audiovisual Art in 2015. Evald Avik leaves behind a legacy rich with memorable characters and performances that have inspired and moved audiences throughout his career. Fans, colleagues, and admirers will remember his immense talent, dedication, and his ability to connect with audiences. His work remains cherished, and he will be missed by many. Tributes to Evald Avik. Did you know that the actress from the TV series Wonder Woman passed away recently? Check out our previous video for more about legends who passed away. Click now to see our recent episode, and don't forget to like this video to support us. Thank you.